Welcome to StarBios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of Hollywood's most iconic stars. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're going to swing into the extraordinary life of Glenn Miller, the legendary big band leader who continues to captivate audiences with his timeless music. From In the Mood to Moonlight, Serenade Miller's orchestral masterpieces have become synonymous with the golden age of jazz. But behind the iconic sound was a complex and intriguing individual. Glenn Miller was born on March 3, 1904, in Clarinda, Iowa, to Lewis and Maddie Miller. His early life was marked by a strong family influence, with his mother, a pianist, introducing him to music at a young age. The Miller family moved to Grant City, Missouri, and later to Fort Morgan, Colorado, where Glenn spent most of his childhood. He attended elementary school in Fort Morgan, where he developed a strong interest in music and began playing the trombone. As a teenager, Miller attended high school in Grand Junction, Colorado, where he met his future wife, Helen Berger. The couple's romance blossomed, and they married on October 6, 1928, when Glenn was just 24 years old. This union would prove to be a lasting one, with Helen providing unwavering support and encouragement throughout Miller's journey to stardom. The 1920s were a transformative time for Glenn Miller, as he began to make a name for himself in the music world. He played in various bands, including the Boyd Center Band and the Ben Pollock Orchestra, one of the most popular bands on the West Coast. This stint marked a significant milestone in Glenn's career, as he began to rub shoulders with some of the era's top musicians and gain valuable experience in the cutthroat world of professional music. During this period, Miller also began to develop his skills as an arranger and composer, writing charts for the Ben Pollock Orchestra and other bands. His early arrangements, which showcased his unique blend of jazz and classical influences, caught the attention of critics and musicians alike, and helped establish him as a rising star in the music world. As we explore the early life of Glenn Miller, it becomes clear that his formative years were shaped by a combination of family, community, and personal drive. From his mother's piano playing to his own tireless practice, Glenn's passion for music was evident from an early age. The support of his family, particularly his parents, who encouraged his musical pursuits, played a significant role in shaping his future. One notable influence on Miller's early life was the legendary jazz musician, Benny Goodman, whom he met while playing with the Ben Pollock Orchestra. Goodman's virtuosity and innovative approach to jazz had a profound impact on Miller, inspiring him to push the boundaries of his own music. This encounter would later prove instrumental in shaping Miller's signature sound. As we delve deeper into Glenn Miller's early life, it becomes evident that his experiences during this period laid the foundation for his future success. The historical context of his early years, marked by the rise of jazz and the growth of popular music, created a fertile ground for his talents to flourish. With his unique blend of talent, dedication, and perseverance, Glenn Miller was poised to take the music world by storm. The 1930s were a transformative time for Glenn Miller, as he began to make a name for himself as a big band leader. In 1937, he formed the Glenn Miller Orchestra, which would become one of the most popular and influential bands of the swing era. With a unique sound that blended jazz, classical, and pop influences, the orchestra quickly gained a massive following, with hits like Moonlight Serenade and In the Mood becoming staples of American music. One of the key factors behind Miller's success was his innovative approach to arrangement and composition. He worked closely with arrangers like Bill Finnegan and Chummy McGregor to create complex, layered soundscapes that showcased the band's incredible musicianship. Songs like Chattanooga Choo Choo and A String of Pearls featured intricate instrumental passages, lush harmonies, and a strong emphasis on rhythm, which helped to set the orchestra apart from other big bands of the time. Glenn Miller's orchestra was also notable for its versatility, with a repertoire that spanned from swing and jazz to classical and pop. The band's music was featured in numerous films, including Sun Valley Serenade and Orchestra Wives, which helped to further boost their popularity. Miller himself became a beloved figure, known for his charismatic stage presence, impeccable taste in music, and dedication to his craft. The Glenn Miller Orchestra's success was not limited to the United States. The band toured extensively throughout Europe, performing to packed houses and royal audiences alike. In 1939, they embarked on a historic tour of Britain, which helped to introduce American swing music to a wider audience. The orchestra's music also played a significant role in boosting morale during World War II, with songs like "In the Mood" becoming anthems for the Allied forces. As we explore Glenn Miller's remarkable achievements, it becomes clear that his success was not solely due to his talent as a musician. His business acumen, attention to detail, and ability to adapt to changing musical trends all played a significant role in his rise to fame. He was a true innovator, always looking for new ways to push the boundaries of his music and connect with his audience. The historical context of Glenn Miller's career is also worth noting. The 1930s and 1940s were a time of great social change, with the Great Depression and World War II having a profound impact on American society. Music played a vital role in boosting morale and providing escapism during this period, and Glenn Miller's orchestra was at the forefront of this effort. As we conclude our exploration of Glenn Miller's remarkable achievements, it becomes evident that his legacy extends far beyond his music. He helped to shape the course of American popular music, inspiring generations of musicians and bandleaders. His innovative approach to arrangement and composition raised the bar for big bands, and his dedication to his craft continues to inspire musicians to this day. In 1942, Glenn Miller decided to join the war effort, and he enlisted in the U.S. Army. He was assigned to the Army Air Forces, where he formed a new band, the Army Air Forces Band, which would later become known as the Glenn Miller Army Air Forces Orchestra. The orchestra's mission was to boost morale among servicemen and civilians, and they performed extensively throughout the United States and Europe. Tragically, on December 15, 1944, Glenn Miller disappeared while traveling from England to France to perform for Allied troops. He was on a small plane that took off from Twinwood Airfield in Bedfordshire, England, but it never arrived at its destination. Despite extensive searches, no wreckage or bodies were ever found, and the exact circumstances of his disappearance remain a mystery to this day. The news of Glenn Miller's disappearance sent shockwaves around the world, and his fans were devastated by the loss of their beloved bandleader. However, his music lived on, and his orchestra continued to perform under the leadership of Tex Benekicki, one of Miller's closest friends and saxophonists. The orchestra toured extensively throughout the United States and Europe, playing to packed houses and keeping Glenn Miller's memory alive. In the years following his disappearance, Glenn Miller's legacy only grew stronger. His music remained popular, and his songs continued to be covered by other artists. In 1953, a biographical film about his life, The Glenn Miller Story, was released, starring James Stewart as Miller. The film helped to introduce his music to a new generation of fans and cemented his place in American cultural heritage. Today, Glenn Miller's music remains a beloved part of our shared cultural heritage. His songs continue to be played by big bands and orchestras around the world, and his legacy extends far beyond his own music. He helped to shape the course of American popular music, inspiring generations of musicians and bandleaders. His innovative approach to arrangement and composition raised the bar for big bands, and his dedication to his craft continues to inspire musicians to this day. As we conclude our exploration of Glenn Miller's life, it becomes evident that his story is one of passion, perseverance, and innovation, a true testament to the power of music to shape our lives and leave an enduring legacy. His music may have been born in the swing era, but its impact continues to be felt today, and his memory will live on forever through the timeless songs he created. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life of Glenn Miller, a true American legend. That's all for today's StarBios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold, reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.